Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Where am I? All right, I'm checking to make sure I'm live, and it's not coming up yet. Oh, maybe now, maybe now, maybe now. It says I'm live, but I'm still not seeing me. There I am. Like and share. All right. Let's see who else is going to be popping on. There I am. Just share it out. All right. Whew. Tell you, a lot of stuff going on. It's interesting because I know it is the season for different things, but it's also the Schumann resonance, which you've heard me talk about plenty lately. It's showing whiteouts. Hi, Miss Julianne. Yes, you may. Yes, you may. The Schumann resonance, 3 days in a row, it's had whiteouts. And I can't remember where this post was. It might have been on, hi, Miss Jessica. Good morning, good afternoon if you're in a different time zone. And I just added you to the list also. But the Schumann resonance, it was talking about whiteouts 3 days in a row. And the guy was saying, and it's like 4 to 6 hours of whiteout, as well as it's almost exactly 24 hours apart. And yes, I did, Miss Jessica. And it's crazy. The way that this guy was explaining it is, the Schumann resonance, we think about, okay, the energies are coming in, Mother Earth is affected, so we're affected. And as soon as he said it, it's like, okay, I know I've heard this before. He's talking about our consciousness is also feeding into the raising of the Schumann resonance, our collective. So I thought that was really interesting. So it's kind of like a chicken and an egg, The more open you are, the more you can take in, the more open you are, and the more things around you, the more people around you, because as you are opening, it's assisting other people that aren't quite there yet as well. And sometimes it's always interesting. Sometimes it's just like you just say one little thing and then walk away and let people think about it without, giving a whole long explanation. Sometimes that has more of an effect than anything. Hi, Miss Pat. Oh my goodness, you made it today. I better put you on the list right now, because I know, was it last week? I think you were a little late. Perfect. But the other thing, so tomorrow, so we got the Schumann resonance, okay? Then we got the earthquakes. I talked about that last week, and it's just this circle that they're talking about where the earthquakes are happening. And I posted it, I shared it on my page. And these could be affected by the sunspots, okay? Haven't heard anything lately about sunspots. I think it was earlier this week that I did. But the earthquakes were New Guinea, Philippines, Japan, California, and 2 in Venezuela. And those 2 were really bizarre because they were in 2 different spots, but they were like 40 seconds apart. So you got that going on. Then we have the full moon and Mercury retrograde starting, and it's the strawberry full moon that is tomorrow. So we got all of this stuff going on. So no wonder we're feeling the energies, man. Are you guys feeling it? Are you feeling the intense energies, or does it just feel like, everything's good, bring it on, I'm good? Jessica, seriously, energy has been crazy. Started the week hard and fighting, but was aware. By today, feel much better. Definitely intense, just been rolling with it, which is good. And that, again, I'm getting chills. That, again, is about the intensity of the Schumann, okay? The intensity comes in, it backs off. It comes in, it backs off. It comes in, and each time it's like, okay, yep. So the energies might be similar every single day, but how you're handling things, it gets easier because you're able to roll with the punches a little bit easier. It makes me think of if you did a somersault and came up, ready to go. Yes, waves. There's a friend of mine and I, we keep talking about the waves. Get your surfboard ready. It's like, yeah. That's pretty much, get your surfboards ready, people. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the cards. So this is for the week of June 29th. So it's the last couple days of June through July 5th. So we also have the July 4th celebration here. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Miss Jessica. So I'm going to go ahead. The cards, they all came out just easy. There was nothing flying. It's been like that kind of the last few weeks. It seems like it's just like, nothing flying off the handle. Okay, Desert Speaks card. Look at this. Message from beyond. I think we had this one a couple weeks ago. I should go back and look. I'll check later. But this is absolutely, well, and even, okay, so I like to hold these so you can see the mirror image. But look at all the intense energy that is coming in. Just like the Schumann resonance, it's coming in. And it's almost as if this were a person and this is your aura and there's so much energy coming in around it, but there's also this energy going out. Wow, wow, wow. It feels like, though, the message from beyond, especially with all of the other things going on as well, the energies, the shifting that we're all going through, what it feels like is we are all we're able to be much more aware of what is going on. And sometimes we might not feel it like, oh, here's this massive energy. We might not feel it that way. We feel it in subtle ways. And I think there's both going on for us. Sometimes at the same time, it's like, okay, there's a mixture. And you might have to kind of tease it out and see, okay, is that messages, or is that me, or wait a minute, there's a floating thought going through. Is it my thought? I think all of those things are happening at the same time. Some of it says message from beyond. Yes, it's from beyond where our ego mind is. Sometimes it's from our loved ones. Sometimes it's from our higher selves, our souls, our cosmic family, our angels, our guides. Someone told me the other day that they have a new guide coming in. Someone else said, you know what, somebody told me I'm a starseed, so I'm like, feeling into that. So all of these things are part of the message from beyond. And look at it, how does it resonate with you? Because if somebody says, blah, 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 and you're like, well, that doesn't feel right. It's like, go with what it feels like to you. All right, first angel card we have is angels everywhere. Well, doesn't that go well with this? And are you calling on your angels? No matter what's going on. I mean, right now, there's a whole lot of fires going on, not only in Arizona, but in other states as well. So let's call on the firefighter angels. Let's call on the wind angels. Let's call on the rain angels. Angels, angels everywhere. Keep them safe. Keep the fires from not even starting. Keep the rain would be good, a nice drizzle. But no matter what is going on, calling on your angels. Second angel card we have is be present. Yeah. The being present, you know, the thing about that is if you are so consumed with worrying about tomorrow or feeling guilty about something that happened yesterday or playing something, you know, over and over and over in your mind, you're not present. And that's when the messages, the signs that it's like they just kind of go right on by because you're not paying attention. So be present. What does it feel like to be present? How can you be present more often or more times even throughout the day? Wow, sit down, close your eyes, and just notice your breath. Just get present with your breath. Third angel card we have is energetic solution. Who doesn't love the energetic solution? Yeah, I always see the energetic solution as something, you know what? Once you give it to the angels and the energetic solution, no matter what it is, you don't have to worry about it anymore because it's like, well, they got my back. They got my back. So, wow, I think, you know, the message from beyond, it feels like there's going to be high intensity of angels this week for a lot of us, as well as bringing us back to the present moment to be able to notice when they're there, when we're getting the messages, whether it's from the angels or someone else. So let me know what you're thinking about the cards. Oh, yay! So exciting. Hi, Ms. Denise. Yes, you may be added to the list. Denise. Yeah, this is that card that sometimes, to me, sometimes it looks like an angel. Sometimes it looks, I don't know, it's more like an angel or a person or maybe somebody with, you can see their aura, you can see the energy around them. I don't know. So interesting. Thanks, Miss Pat. Yeah, and they speak to me. But, all right, message from beyond. Yeah, I do think it was just, I was going to quick check. I think I only have like easy access to just the last, June 8th. So just a couple weeks ago, we had this. Now, what that also, okay, so I'm shuffling for Miss Julianne. What that tells me is the energies that are coming in are absolutely helping us, helping as well as the be present. You know, because the more we get into that mode and allow, yeah, she does have pigtails, doesn't she? She is a little freaky. No, I get it. I totally get what you mean, Miss Jessica. I totally get it. But it's also kind of interesting. And sometimes I see, you know, sometimes it looks a little different, but that's so funny. All right, Julianne, come on. Oh, yeah, being present is just one of those things. Even when I walk in the mornings, I do my best to be present. Especially, think about this. If you are walking on uneven pavement, being present is really important. Even I know that I pay closer attention. The thing they do here that's different from the Midwest is if you're walking on the sidewalk, the driveway is just, when you get to a driveway, it dips. So if you're walking along steady, and then all of a sudden you're walking like that. But it can be disconcerting, so being present and paying attention so you don't trip. All right, Julianne, there must be, oh, there it is. I say that and this one almost flies out. I was going to say there must be a lot of stuff going on for you, which there usually is. All right, Julianne, let's see. As soon as I said the word a minute ago, I was wondering if it was going to come up for somebody. That's so funny that it's coming up for you. Actually, let me do it this way first. This almost looks like, this kind of reminds me of a cat with whiskers, but yeah, this is definitely, you got a lot of stuff going on, and you're opening in so many ways. Even if you look at, okay, I know that there's a mirror image of this, but I want to point out, okay, so you got the energy coming in from above and below, and it's almost like the energy is going out in different ways from the sides, or the top and bottom, depending on which way you have going on. Which is really interesting because I actually never looked at it from that perspective, as well as you have all of these little orbs up there. And of course you have them on the bottom too. But what this tells me, Miss Julianne, is it feels like your allowing things to come in, allowing things to be released. It feels like it's much more balanced than it ever has been. It feels like there's so it feels like the energy that's coming in, it's balanced, but it feels like sometimes it might feel intense because it's coming in fast and furious in different ways than it ever used to, but it also feels like you are able to release things, but there's less to release because you've been working and doing the healing work for yourself for a long time. So there you go, Miss Julianne. Miss Julianne. All right, Miss Jessica, let's see what we get. I know, I love that card. I just love that card. I don't know. And the word allow is such it's kind of an intense card. I mean, word, but you're very welcome, Miss Julianne. Hopefully it resonates. All right, Miss Jessica, another one. Kind of. This one came out gently. It kind of slid. So let's see, Jessica. And I know this one has come up for you before. Yeah, good old orb weaver. I think it might be beneficial for you to look up the metaphysical of an orb weaver specifically, because I think there's something that you're going to see that's going to really resonate with you. But what it feels like is, again, you know what? You're pulling on strengths from different areas. You're still doing gathering, and there's something about, as you're pulling them together, you're able to create something new, as well as if there's something that doesn't make sense, you're able to help it make sense in a different way. It's kind of like, okay, Have you ever seen where people will take old china, like an old china plate, and they'll break it on purpose, and then they'll glue it back together, and there's accentuated, it's all the cracks are accentuated, but it's put back together, and then they shine it up different ways, and it gives it a whole new look. So it's more mosaic after it's put together. Or they take plates and cups and saucers and all those things, and they create something, they mix them all up and create a whole new mosaic of something else. That's what it feels like like you're doing. You're creating a mosaic with your knowledge that you are gathering from this lifetime, but it feels like there's also, you're able to weave in things from past lives. Some of it you may know, you may realize that, okay, how do I know this? Or why does this come so easy? It feels like that. So, Miss Jessica, let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, Miss Pat. All right, I gotta take this out, because that doesn't matter. You guys can still hear me, so. All right, Miss Pat, let's see what we get for you. I'm so glad you joined in today, Miss Pat. It's like, woohoo. All right. That one came a flipping too. I have to think. I think I know which card it is, but we'll see. Because I try to flip it so it's a surprise when it when it reveals for me too. All right, Pat. Nope, it's not the card I thought it was. Passion. But look at, see, we got the blue. The same blue that's going on. Yeah, this is, what it feels like, Pat, is there's a lot of new things that are opening up for you. It's almost like there's something that you used to do that you are starting to do again, that it's like a reignite, something is reignited. That's what it feels like. Something is reignited. So you're able to do things, maybe things that you used to do, or maybe you're changing a little bit. It's like if you used to cook and now there's a new type of food that you've been like really, like you want to do Italian cooking or Spanish cooking or something. It's like something like that. It's like, yeah, I've always done that, but now I'm going to create something new, or I'm playing with something new because it's a passion that is reignited, is what it feels like. So let me know. Hello, Miss Presh. No, you're not too late. I will add you to the list. How are you doing, Miss Presh? Gotta readjust myself, take a sip of water. Yeah, it's still heating up here in Arizona, man. But hey, we have a few days of under 100 degrees. So that means the mornings are in the 70s. Yes, which is really nice. All right, Miss Denise. Miss Denise. Miss Denise. That came out pretty fast. The card did not fly out, but it did come out pretty good. All right, Miss Denise. Oh, I love this card. See, and there's the blue again. Yeah. Miss Denise, it feels like there is something that it feels like there's something that you have been focusing on that it's becoming more and more clear as to what it is. it feels like maybe it's something that's been out of focus for a while. And it's like, it's like one of those things where if you see something out of the corner of your eye, if you turn to look at it, it's not there, because there's something about the sides of our eyes, we see different things than we do straight on. But it's like you have seen something in your peripheral vision for a while, and it's starting to come around because some things are starting to make more sense about it. It's almost like you're gathering facts. Like, I don't know how, it's like, okay, there's something that, you're connecting dots. That's what it is. It's like, so more and more things are starting to connect. So that's why it's becoming much more clear to you. That's where the clarity is. And I think the more you put, I see clearly now. I have clarity in my future. I have clarity in my path. And create affirmations and put that energy out there, it will become more and more clear. So let me know. All right, shuffling for Miss Presh. All right, I got to go back. Jessica says, my card was off. Oh my God, thank you. That's called something. What you're talking about, the cracks are filled with gold. They spoke so deeply to me, actually. Oh, yay. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Pat says, thank you, Sue. Love the card. Yay, I'm so glad. Miss Jessica, I've been scared of visibility since I closed my business a year and a half ago. Just posted a video for the first time yesterday. Felt like I should just show up even though it's not perfect or performative. That absolutely, right there, just show up. That's awesome. And I'm getting chills. People want truth. People want connection. So if you're just being you, that's what people want. I felt like the energy is changing to help push forward. That's awesome. Hi, Miss Kim. I'm going to quick add you to the list, and then you are the last one, Miss Kim. coming in under the radar, sneaking in. Yes, Miss Kim, you would be the last. Okay, so Presh, I have your card right here. Oh, look at this little field mouse. He's so cute. Yeah, he was a hopper too. It was so funny. He was definitely small enough to fit in my hand. Of course, I don't think that's, I can't remember exactly how I caught him, but I remember he was a jumper. He was in the grill. This was inside the grill. But so, Presh, something is going on. Yeah, I'm here, so you're so funny. It's like, yep, look at that, Miss Presh. You are here. But the excuse me, the thing about field mice, and I think mice in particular, they are always gathering and they're creating their little nests. They want to, of course, they're reproducing pretty fast, but they're preparing for what is coming, as well as, hey, if somebody gets in their space, they're going to say, hey, I'm here, and run. Not before this guy was like, hey, I am here. I think the reason those words came out on this guy was because he was a hopper. He was pretty funny. So there's something about you, it's like wherever you are, and I don't feel like this is a physical place. It feels like it's an emotional place, a spiritual place. I feel like there's a part of you that is so excited to be where you are. And it's almost like celebrate your accomplishment. So something, even if nobody's in the room, it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, I did this. Yay, I did this. You know when you accomplish something and you look around and there's nobody to share. It's like, who am I going to call? Celebrate with yourself first. That's what it feels like. It's like, so something within you has gotten accomplished is what it feels like. Miss Presh. All right, shuffling for Miss Kim, the special Miss Kim that's last on the list. Kintsugi, beauty in the broken. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely, yes. Yes, that is absolutely it. Even if there's, just like a teacup and there's just one little chip, accentuate it. It brings out a different kind of beauty. Beauty that you wouldn't have noticed. In fact, is that where they do, Miss Jessica, is that where I think it's is it Japan? China? Where they'll put gold in the cracks and put it back together so it's gold that enhances it. They make great homes in odd places. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet. Said my husband. To come this week. Okay. All right. Stress right now. Breathe. Breathe. I'm surprised the breath card didn't come up with the angels, but I was talking about breathing before. I guess, the be present is close with that, Miss Presh. Yeah, you are very welcome, Miss Presh. All right, shuffling for Miss Kim. Miss Kim. Yes, that's what I'm talking about and what you were talking about. So just cool. Nice to think about it that way. It is really deep. I get chills when I read that. It's like it is really deep. And this just is occurring to me, and not that, here's the thing, is we see some of the things about us as a flaw, but it's not. And so look at it, if someone, think about this. If someone says to you, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. Look at it as, and I've heard this too, look at it from the perspective that quality is within you and they are seeing the lack in themselves, and that's why they're trying to point it out in you. Bam. So Miss Christie, this is the last pull, and I haven't revealed it yet. I must have been waiting for you to pop on. So Christie, you and Miss Kim are both getting this card together. So hang on. And Miss Kim felt really special about that. So here we go. Freedom. Yay. I love this card. Oh, this has got the blue too. The blue. Yeah. So this tells me, Christy and Kim, whatever's going on, it might feel like it might feel like you're having to work really hard or push through something, or it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. And I feel like stop right where you are And actually, you know what? The energetic solution is coming up because this was one of the weekly cards. It feels like if you are going through something, whether it's a physical thing or a mental or emotional, it's like, you know what? Let it go to the energetic solution. Let it go to the angels. And feel the freedom, feel the lightness in giving it to them. I think we as humans, we just feel like, oh, we got to do it all ourselves. It's like, no, we don't. It's like, let it go. So, Miss Kim and Christy, I don't know what's going on, but let her go to the energetic solution and feel the freedom, baby. Baby. All right, that was the last card. Let's see. Got some comments. There's a book I own. I don't know what it's called. Picked it up during yoga. I'm going to have to find it because the cover is those gold cracks. That's so funny. I love it. Oh my God, just redid my logo for Freedom and Bound Health and the butterfly. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. I love it. That's awesome. Amen. Oh, how perfect is that? You're very welcome, Miss Christie. Yeah, you just came in right under the radar too. But I love that. Just redid my logo for Freedom. Yeah. Freedom, Bound Health, and the Butterfly Show. Butterflies are just so interesting. Yeah, that's one thing. I just don't see a lot of butterflies. I saw a lot of them down in Green Valley, but I think because I had so many roses down there. 3 butterflies stayed on my shirt and a blue one landed on my, oh, that's so cool. That is very cool. Yeah, there's just, I know you have to have certain flowers. My brother is really good at planting the right flowers. He's in northern Wisconsin, and he'll plant the flowers to draw in the hummers and to draw in the butterflies. So, all right, everyone. So let me see. This week, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on Thursday or not, because I think everybody's going to be celebrating the 3rd. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to head up to Sedona, have lunch with a friend on Wednesday, celebrate her 80th birthday. And boy, just like I said earlier, send some angels to all the fires and all the firefighters. Somebody had posted that 3 firefighters died in Utah just yesterday, I think. So that the fires go out, because a lot of them are not contained yet. So, but thank you so much for joining me live. And if I'm not on Thursday and you don't see me, then I will be back next Sunday at 10 a.m. Arizona, 1 p.m. Eastern. So have a great week. Ride the waves with all the energies coming in with the strawberry full moon, and watch out for the Mercury retrograde, man. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.